Hey guys, I have a MAC haul for you, which I have not done in a very long time. As you guys know, if you've been with me for a while, I used to just like have blinders on and only see and buy MAC. And then as I got more into YouTube and watching other girls, I discovered all these other brands, and MAC kind of just fell to the wayside, and my collection consists of so much MAC that I was just like, oh, I don't need any more. But it's been a while, and I haven't really hauled anything from there in a while. But I had some empty containers to turn in, so it kind of gave me an excuse to go, and I ended up with a little haul. Nothing crazy, but nonetheless, I wanted to share with you guys what I got. So the whole point of me going into MAC was to back to MAC my 6 containers, and I ended up getting the Eyeshadow Era, which I've never had. And I should mention, ever since getting the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette and really not being overly in love with it, I've been kind of craving more matte shadows. So that was kind of the reason for this one. So this is Era. I don't really hear too many people talk about it. It almost looks like nothing, but I think it packs a big punch. It's a nice crease color, or it's a nice all over lid color. It almost has like very subtle flecks of shimmer, like silver shimmer, or even like a satin finish. I wanted it to just kind of throw on my eyelids if I was just kind of in a rush or in a hurry one day and I didn't really want to fuss with my eye makeup. So picked that up, which was really nice. And then I had heard that Samoa Silk was in their goodbye section along with some other shadows. Some I have already, some I really wasn't upset about it leaving, but I wanted to get Samoa Silk because it's again a matte shadow. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. I got these in pan forms because I have a new Z palette that I want to fill up with just all like matte neutrals. So anyway, Samoa Silk is a color I never owned before, but it is kind of similar to Soft Brown, which I love, which is a staple, which I've talked about many of times. So Soft Brown is a little bit deeper. Samoa Silk almost looks a little bit more like peachy orange, but nonetheless I wanted it as kind of just a blend out or crease color. And I thought it would be nice to just even go with Era, or really any color where you want to just kind of brighten your eyes. And I've said it before, with colors like Paradisco, I love those corally peach colors because they really just, they lift your eyes and they look so amazing. So I thought that Samoa Silk would be a much more wearable and not so like, she's wearing coral eyeshadow, not so in your face crazy, a little more subtle to kind of do the same effect. So I like that, and I would suggest if you guys want to try this, you pick it up because like I said, it's going away, and once it's gone, it's probably not coming back. So sticking with some more mattes, some other colors that I just could not believe, like after I was looking at all of them, I just could not believe that I didn't own these. And I even thought for sure like, oh, I have that color. And then I got them coming, and I came home and I was like praying that I didn't have them, and sure enough I didn't have any of them. But I was just so shocked because they're so gorgeous, and I'm just so shocked that I feel like I've always kind of again had blinders on when it came to matte shadows from MAC. I've always been like Folly, Embark, Soft Brown, and like that was it. And now I get to kind of expand and open my eyes to see what else they have. So this is another gorgeous color called Texture, which it does have some shimmer to it, but when you put it on, it almost comes out matte. Like the shimmer kind of blends away. So that's it next to Samoa Silk, so you could just see what a gorgeous color that is. And when I saw Texture, let me just show you, for anybody that might be curious, how it compares to Brown Script, which is what I kind of thought it was very similar to, but it's not. Not at all, actually. So this is Brown Script, this is Texture, just in case you were wondering. Because when I swatched it, I was kind of like, oh, that looks a lot like Brown Script, but Brown Script is much more orange. Okay, next up we have Swiss Chocolate, which is a gorgeous like red-brown color. Again, a matte. It's just like it says, Swiss Chocolate. I would describe it as like a hot cocoa color, but definitely some red undertones. And again, surprisingly, I don't have any color like this. So weird. Okay, and then last, yes, is Saddle. Which again, another matte color. And I have to say that I just love MAC matte shadows. They are just so creamy and easy to blend. This is Saddle. So Saddle, Swiss Chocolate, and Texture. All kind of the same color family, but so gorgeous. And then you can just see, even with those three colors, how nice Samoa Silk is and how much it'll be nice to just kind of blend out, or even just throw Samoa Silk on the lid and use one of these as your crease or blending colors. It'll be so pretty. So, yeah. So these are the kind of colors when I did my review for the Urban Decay palette, these were the kinds of colors that I was, you know, looking forward to or missing in that Urban Decay palette. So, if you're like me and you got that palette and you're disappointed, or you didn't get that palette because for the same reason I didn't care for it all that much, I would check out MAC because they have some gorgeous colors. I know that Inglot also, is it Inglot? Yeah, Inglot makes gorgeous matte shadows, but I don't live near an Inglot, and it's always so overwhelming for me to go on their website because they don't have names, they just have numbers, and I just feel like when picking out matte shadows, I would just need to be in store and see them. So that's why I haven't gotten those, but I've always been a fan of MAC eyeshadows. I just think they're some of the best. They are so easy to work with, and like I said, pack such a big punch. So those were shadows. Also from MAC, I picked up this eyebrow brush, which is the number 208, and it's dirty, sorry. It is a very, very thin angled brush, which you can use for your eyebrows. It's a little bit too thin for me to use for eyebrows, so I've been using it with my gel liner, and I like it. It's crazy, again, because I have brushes like this. Let me just show you how they compare to some of the ones that you might already have, in case you're wondering. I don't own any angled brushes from MAC, and I do have a couple from Sigma, but they're very different. Okay, so here we go. Here's the ones I have, and you can just see how different they all are. So here's Sigma's, which is the E65. It's a lot more narrow. The MAC one is wider. Then we have the Eco Tools one, which is this one, which is primarily what I use for my eyebrows. And then this is the one that I love and swear by, and I also use this for my eyebrows, but from Walmart. It came with a set of other brushes. None of them, out of all the angled ones that I have, none of them are as thin as this brush. And while I am still a huge fan, you all know I love the Sigma E05 for gel liner, I just thought I wanted to try this because I've never had success with using these angled brushes for gel liner, which is why I've been using the E05 so much. But that's just because now I realize it's because these were too thick. They are too thick, and they make too much of a, they pick up too much product and they make too much of a thick line. So I kind of wanted to try. So verdict's still out on if I like this brush better than the E05. I feel like they're very different methods of applying gel liner, but I wanted to just get it just to compare because, like I said, I've never owned one, so that was kind of exciting. And then the last thing that I picked up from MAC is a concealer, which again, I feel like MAC does concealer so well. Pro Longwear Concealer, and I got it in the shade NW20. I used to have the Select Moisture cover-up, Select Moisture, I think, the one that's kind of in a lip gloss tube, and I've gone through several of those, but I wanted to just try something different, and I wanted a concealer specifically for under my eyes because most of the concealers that I have are for like spot treatments and redness that I use on my face. I still use and love and swear by the Bobbi Brown concealers for face, but for under my eyes, I wanted something a little bit more thinner and easier to work with. So I picked this up, and I'm usually like an NC like 30, 35, 25 to 35, depending on my tan that I have at the time. So I wanted to get something a little bit lighter so it would be brighter underneath my eyes. I like this. It comes in a nice glass bottle. It comes with a pump. And I've always heard, one negative thing I've heard about this is the pump deposits or spritz out. gives out too much product and you waste it. I haven't found that problem at all, actually. I've been able to kind of control the amount of product that I want to put out. So I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if they have redone this packaging because of that problem. But knock on wood, I don't have any issues with it dispensing too much product at one time. There's just a little drop, and blends out really nicely, blends into your skin really nicely. And the best thing about this, that the reason I picked this up was because of it obviously wearing all day and not fading, but more importantly, it does not crease or cake, which is obviously important when you're looking for an under eye concealer. So I don't know if you can tell between this side of my hand and this side where there's like color and veinings, but it's very nice. I'm wearing it today, and I've been using the Bare Minerals Well Rested to set it. So far, so great. I haven't had any creasing. I haven't had it settle into any of my little lines under there. I really like it, and I know you can also use this on your face around, you know, for spots, but I got this primarily to use as an under eye concealer because I was looking for one day, because I don't suffer from dark circles, but I like it being, I like the brightness under my eyes. And I was looking for, like, through my drawer the one day, and I was like, I don't have any under eye concealers aside from this YSL Touche Éclat, which technically isn't a concealer, it's a brightener, which is what I've been using before I got this, is what I use under my eyes, and I set it with the Bare Minerals Well Rested, but I just could not believe that I did not have, like, a specific concealer for under eyes. So that was kind of what prompted me to get this, which is it's also a really nice color. I like that it's brightening, but it doesn't look like crazy stark white under your eye. So that is my little MAC haul. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.